Oh, here we are again.
Huh.
Huh.
Together again for the first and last time.
That's weird.
What?
Promise?
No.
That's weird. Anyway, I have a story with the word, can I say bomb?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not in an airport.
The word bomb is in it.
Okay.
So you want to stay for that one.
You think with the way bomb is spelled, mom would be spelled the same way. I just wanted to point that out.
And tomb would be Tom.
Yes.
Which would make the weird drum thing very weird.
And there would be a B at the end of broom.
Broomba. And then put an A at the end of it. You've almost got
broom ball.
And then take the B off and you've got the Roomba. I get what they're doing now.
Roomba.
So if this excitement has meant I need to listen to more.
Yeah. Oh boy.
The
hell's wrong?
Probably check for a concussion.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Right now you should like, subscribe, and follow. If there's a bell thingy, hit the bell thingy. That's always exciting because that will let you know when new stuff shows up. Of course, I'm doing a first story from 2.5 years ago, but
but never mind that now.
Who cares? Wait a minute, hang on. Year and a half ago, but who cares?
Yeah, right.
Like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell. If you want to leave us a message of some sort, that's cool. If it's a longer missive, if your question, comment, conundrum, or snark is like of tome length.
Or you need to send a picture like Patrick did.
Or a story that we might like.
Yep.
TITR@netradio.network.
This is true, really news with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
From the Echo.
Wait a minute. Wait. We don't care what Patrick might like anymore. Not after he stepped in that poodle.
He said that thing.
He went a long way for a old dad joke.
From the Echo. Via Patrick Reed. Deed. What?
Oh, God.
A British holidaymaker en route to the popular Spanish destination of Mallorca.
There's a PBS show about that.
There's actually a kind of a fun cop show about Mallorca.
Yeah, on PBS.
Is it on PBS?
Well, it's on PBS. I don't know if it's like Acorn or ITV or...
Oh, sure. I think it's just funny that the German guy is the hippie. Right?
Because the Germans are always so carefree and fun-loving.
Exactly. Anyway, destination of Mallorca.
How did Sheldon put it? They're such a caring people.
She found herself 1,700 pounds down before even leaving the airport.
How big was she?
No. Pounds of money. How strong was she?
Wow.
She's like the strongest lady in the world. After falling prey to an elderly thief wielding a...
How do you count your money? I don't. I'd lift it.
Falling prey to an elderly thief wielding a walking frame.
A walking what?
Walking frame.
The walker.
It's a walker in the U.S.
For those of us in the U.S.
The man, believed to be in his 70s, reportedly targeted tourists as they touched down at Palma de Mallorca Airport to kick off their holidays. And that included this British woman who was robbed in June.
Of 1,700 pounds.
Over 2 million Brits flock to Mallorca each year. And I can attest to that fact because Mallorca Files shows a lot of Brits there.
See?
Drawn by the island's promise of sun, sea, sand, and lighthearted cop shows.
Something most Brits think is just a fairy tale.
During the theft, airport security cameras captured a white-haired man in a loose shirt and trainers using the seat of his walking frame to conceal his theft. So he had one of them fancy and schmancy walkers.
We could sit in things. Cool.
Yeah. Before making a swift exit. Now, I want to see this swift exit with a walker.
I want to know what are you timing it with? Stopwatch, sundial,
that
calendar.
Sort of or geology. His innocent appearance
carbon dated his escape.
Allowed him to go unnoticed. Having used his mobility aid both to navigate the terminal and stash his ill-gotten gains, the septuagenarian has earned a reputation in the local press, earning the moniker Zimmer Frame Bandit.
The what?
Zimmer Frame Bandit.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. However, the alleged serial thief's run came to a halt August 18th. Just a few days ago as we
As the crow flies.
record this. Yeah, exactly. The Mallorca Daily
If
Bulletin.
the crow could suspend, and cross time and
And then talk to
there time travel is possible.
Yeah.
And then speak to us.
Yeah. The Mallorca Daily Bulletin reports that this followed an investigation led by Palma de Mallorca's private security team, who identified the man from CCTV footage. After spotting similar thefts on the tapes, the airport collaborated with the National Spanish Police to track down the suspect, who was arrested in Palma in relation to the 1,700 pounds theft from a British tourist. Spanish officials have yet to disclose the number of alleged offenses the elderly culprit is suspected of committing at the airport. But it would be nice to know, wouldn't it?
And he couldn't tell them because he didn't remember them all.
Yeah, I did what?
How often? What? No.
Well, then I should be able to pay my bail.
Huh. That would be an interesting way to make money, but I am not driving all the way to Minneapolis St. Paul Airport to do that.
No.
What if I can do it in Princeton? Probably wouldn't be the same take.
I wonder if I could just call Mallorca and kind of do it with them over the phone.
You would think.
Yeah.
Money order?
Yeah, exactly.
Bank check?
I want to talk to the German guy.
So it was a year and a half ago. It was December 2023. December 5th, to be precise. Just before a Breeze Airways. Breeze Airways?
Is that right next to the Grace L. Ferguson Airline and Storm Door Company?
One would think.
Yeah, okay.
Get on your Google machine and find me what Breeze Airlines is.
Okay.
Breeze Airways, sorry.
Breeze Airways.
Breeze Airways flight was about to take off from Orlando, heading to Providence, Rhode Island. We don't know why. A couple on board got into a heated argument. They should have waited till they got to Rhode Island in December. According to News 4 Jax TV, News 4 Jax TV, that's a long frickin' title.
Right?
It seems the man was unhappy because he wanted to get off the plane. Normally it wouldn't have been such a big deal, but during the discussion, a word came up.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Now, if you go to a school board meeting and want anything to happen, all you have to do is threaten a lawsuit. That's the word.
Right?
If you're in an airport, if you want things to really move along, or come to a screeching halt, really.
Yeah, yeah.
The word you mentioned is bomb.
Oh, my goodness, what an idiot.
Passenger Rachel Corrigan said the people were talking about or claiming the other person had a bomb. The people around them reported it to the airline. Well, now they got to put the plane down and disembark everyone and do the thorough check. They diverted to... From Orlando, they made it all the way to Jacksonville before they set down. So you made it, to the north of Florida anyway, where the man and woman were met by very friendly FBI agents who very politely arrested them. Breeze Airways just canceled the flight because what's the point, really?
We're not going anywhere.
Ugh.
Breeze Airways began service in May of 2021. They've been ranked one of the U.S.'s best domestic airlines for the last 4 years by Travel and Leisure magazine's World's Best Awards, and was awarded Best Seat Comfort in North America in June 2024 by the Airline Passenger Experience Association, APEX. Breeze offers a mix of more than 170 year-round and seasonal nonstop routes between 60-plus cities in 30 states.
Remember when Southwest Airlines used to be that kind of...
They've trademarked the term seriously nice.
Southwest or Breezy Air
Breeze
thing? Yeah.
Breeze airframe places.
Huh. Good for them.
Seriously nice. The Seriously Nice Airline is their tag.
Ludicrously stupid.
Right? True to life stories, 4 of them.
1.
When I was around 8, my dog followed my dad to wait with me for my school bus.
All right.
While they were waiting, my dad saw Fluffy get hit by a truck. So he took him and buried him. We then went out of town for the weekend to celebrate. Well, the celebrate wasn't in there. I just thought I'd add that. But on Sunday
You
evening...
don't celebrate a dog's demise, you You dog demiser, you.
You just wait. But on Sunday evening when we got home, Fluffy was standing on our porch.
It's a ghost.
Dad couldn't believe it, said, I buried him Friday.
Or it's crypto.
Turned out he'd just been knocked out cold. Story numero.
Last episode of Bones I saw was a Gravedigger episode.
Okay.
The Gravedigger was someone who kidnapped people
And
buried them alive,
Okay.
and then sent instructions and money demands. That's only called you once.
Yep.
But I need however many millions of dollars. I get that. I'll give you the coordinates to where they are. And now this. That dog is going, crap, I'm in an episode of Bones?
Yeah, what the heck? Story numero.
That must be weird. He had to dig up.
Yes.
As opposed to, dig up.
But that's pretty good for the dog.
That's not
What's
bad.
this blanket of dirt doing on me?
Wait. Nope, down's not working. Let's try up here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Story numero.
Dos.
My daughter met a little girl at the park last summer, and it turned out they were both going into kindergarten at the same school.
Oh.
They ended up having the same teacher.
Oh.
This little girl also lives on our street.
Uh-oh.
In fact, when we were house hunting, we toured their house. I also found out when they were infants, they were both at the same center for a few months. I actually remember meeting her mom when we toured the room.
Getting a little Rod Serling here.
And very recently, we both discovered that we had gone to the same college and graduated the same year.
Okay, come on. Who says God doesn't have a sense of humor?
Well, here's the funny thing. Now, do you remember the first day on the air at KMOM?
No.
You lion sack of duty poo.
I wish I was. I remember there was a first day.
Yeah, Dime was in there interviewing the different jocks as we came in.
Oh, yeah. No,
And-
the different on-air personalities.
Yeah, whatever. And you were in the room as
I
well.
wasn't actually a disc jockey until I got to LOL.
That's true. You were in the room, and you and Mikey were interviewing me, and I went and tried to describe that if I were a tree, what kind of tree I would be. And Mike put a stop to that almost instantly.
Well, you got to understand, he knew me from my high school years, for heaven's sake. If
And
you let him get started and he's on a roll, it doesn't stop.
it was pretty obvious even at that point, that you and I had already clicked.
Yep.
And the look on his face when he found out we were both born on the same day is something I will take with me forever. It's like, what have I done?
Oh, my. I believe the phrase, the one thing that always sticks in my head, and I don't know if it's true or if I'm imagining this, but they're the same person.
Well, a quarter of the same person. So together we make about half a human being.
Give or take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Between the two of us, we'd be passable.
There. I think so.
Yeah.
In public.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Story number
3.
My husband fell ill after eating garlic soup on our trip to Munich, Germany.
He's a vampire, isn't he? You can tell me.
At a drugstore, I bought a box of medicine with a label showing a fizzy glass of water that looked like Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, no.
In the parking lot, my husband looked at the box and decided, you know what? I'm going to track down an English-speaking employee to confirm what's inside. He came out doubled over with laughter.
Denture cleaner?
Yep. Woo! Thank goodness.
I only know of 2 things that would be anywhere in consumables.
Yeah.
So would you like your soap bubbly or straight off the bar? Okay, for some of you, a bar of soap was a thing you used to get,
Yeah.
where a bar was a chunk of stuff. Yeah.
Now, the final story. Story number 4.
Or fearful if you're in Germany.
That's true. Vierpel. Never say Brits aren't hospitable. Does that mean you can put them in the hospital.
Where do you go when they're sick?
Yeah, exactly. These people got to learn to write.
I think that ship may have sailed and sunk.
While visiting England, my mother and I had been exploring the countryside when we spotted an inn and decided to stop in for a spot of tea, as, the Brits
As
call
one
it.
want to do in jolly old.
We walked in and sat down by a roaring fire, and a woman asked if she could help us. We'd like some tea and maybe a couple of scones, I said. She returned with a lovely tea and scone service, which we thoroughly enjoyed. When I asked for the bill, the woman said, "There's no charge." And I said, "How can you run a lovely inn like this and not change? And not charge?" She said, "An inn?"
To just walk into a house.
They walked into somebody's home.
Yeah.
And the lady just went with it. Never say Britons can't be sent to the hospital.
I just watched The Holiday again.
Oh, The Holiday?
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet.
Okay.
She's the Brit with a guy who is getting married, who she thought they were something special, and she had just kicked her boyfriend out for sleeping with her secretary or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they switch houses.
Okay.
And Kate ends up falling in love with Jack Black, and she ends up falling in love with Jude Law. It's don't judge me. I love that movie. Shut up.
You are a moosh.
I am.
Complete and utter moosh.
But they have the little quaint house. She's looking, right?
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz. Oh, where do they speak English? England, I'll bet. And there was no sarcasm in her voice at all. But England. Yeah.
Well, nice work.
This and that and the other thing. She looks, no, that looks just like it could be here. Clicks on another one. And the third one was the classic, it just looks like the idyllic English house. And that's where Kate lives.
Okay.
So they swap houses. She gets there, finds out the limo can't get all the way to the house. You got to walk a ways.
The garden path.
Winslet, meantime, gets off the plane and is oohing and awing at the palm trees and the warm weather. And then they pull up to the mansion that Diaz lives in. It's like,
uh-oh.
Thank you, Amanda.
Okay.
In Stenil, this is going to be very short.
Okay.
In Stenlil,
Stenlile?
it's in Denmark. I would expect that to be more in Frenchish. Stenlille.
Stenil?
And his captain.
Yes. God, you just...
A vehicle fire was damaged, and so was a nearby house, according to In Short.
You just said a vehicle fire was damaged.
No, a vehicle fire. Oh, I'm sorry. The vehicle fire. The vehicle was damaged, and a nearby house.
I liked it the other way.
There were no injuries, thankfully.
Good.
The car was heavily damaged, and it looks like the owner's probably going to face some fines. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because of I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Police issued a warning to the community after the fire. Cautioning people against using their toasters under the front of their cars to keep EV batteries warm.
Everybody knows you use a hot plate.
What are you thinking?
It's just ridiculous.
Hire a kid. He'll be out there with matches.
We just had a situation like
Build
that.
a bonfire under the car. There's all sorts of options here.
In our neighborhood around the corner on Jenkins. Some kid, he was moving out and he was filling up a customized trailer with his stuff.
Yeah.
And decided to light a candle in it because he didn't like the smell.
So he lit a candle in a trailer.
And when the trailer caught fire, it started setting the garage on fire. So the kid immediately towed it out into the street so it wouldn't burn any more of the house.
Okay.
And then it was only later we discovered that someone had been there to repossess it a few days before. So we're thinking,
Now I'm thinking something. Before I was thinking, hey, you're stupid.
yeah,
Now I'm thinking you're stupid and trying to commit insurance fraud.
you're an idiot.
Wowzers. Fire, it's not your friend.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.